Hello, my name is Nestor, and today I will be talking about the Technology Risk Management Guidelines, or short for the TRM. So, what is the TRM? Generally speaking, the TRM is a set of protocols drawn up by the Monetary Authority of Singapore to address existing and emerging technological risks which confront financial institutes in Singapore. Now that we know what are the TRM guidelines, we have to know why it was drafted in the first place. Was there actually a need for it? To answer that question, I've prepared 3 points for us to look into. Firstly, with innovations in the field of information technology, areas such as online banking through personal devices using computers and mobile devices has helped to expand the business services of financial institutes as well as satisfying its consumers' needs. Secondly, outsourcing have also been increasingly popular for companies. The main attraction of outsourcing their information technology solutions allows companies to cut costs, allowing them to concentrate on providing their actual core services to its consumers. Lastly, due to the convenience that information technology brings, it has been widely adopted within financial institutes. Information regarding an individual can be retrieved over the internet within a matter of seconds. Additionally, almost all business dealings of a financial institute reside on some kind of network. This, in turn, creates a reliance on IT for their day-to-day operations. So, putting it all together, why is it actually a bad thing? While allowing consumers to perform online personal banking, it creates an additional attack vector for malicious users to attempt to infiltrate the system to perform malicious activities. On the other hand, with outsourcing, vendors commonly need to have physical access into the company's premises. By allowing access, there's a risk that the company has to accept in the case that the vendor representative might come with ill intent to steal the company's proprietary information. Also, with so much data available over the internet, there's a possibility of personal information breach. When that happens, the company risks public embarrassment or even worse, being fined by regulatory authorities millions of dollars. Therefore, with the TRM guidelines, risk management principles and best practice standards are listed to guide financial institutions in 1. Establishing a sound and robust technology risk management framework. 2. Strengthen system security, reliability, resiliency, and recoverability. And 3. Deploying strong authentication means to protect customer data, transactions, and systems. Now that we know why there is a need for the TRM, let's talk about its history and its beginnings. In March of 2001, the Monetary Authority of Singapore released the Internet Banking and Technology Risk Management Guidelines. Those guidelines served as a good-to-follow principle for risk assessment within a bank which employs internet banking systems for its consumers. Before it was renamed to just the TRM we now know, the IBTRM went through a total of 4 revisions over the span of 7 years. But what triggered those changes? Earlier, we had talked about how IT outsourcing have become increasingly popular then. Therefore, revisions were made for companies to know the risks to be had with outsourcing. As a result, guidelines were drawn to educate companies on how to mitigate those risks. Guidelines were also added because of incidents such as system-wide outages, unauthorized cash withdrawals, as well as user accounts being compromised. These changes were reactionary after major incidents of such cases happening in Singapore. In June of 2012, the MAS released a new set of revisions, renamed the TRM Guidelines and Notices. The major addition of the revision is the TRM Notices, which requires financial institutes to notify MAS of any discovery of any relevant incident. Financial institutes in Singapore are legally binded to comply with the TRM Notices. The TRM Guidelines and Notices is currently in its second revision, which was released June 2013. So now, let's talk about some of the principles stated in the TRM Guidelines. One of the many guidelines described in the TRM is how financial institutes should handle their online services. With more cybercrimes targeting financial institutes, countermeasures should be developed to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of its data and systems. As such, financial institutes should give assurance to its customers that transactions performed over the internet are protected and authenticated. That can be achieved through means of communications over an encrypted channel. With the rise of mobile banking, financial institutes should also ensure they employ the same levels of security used for its mobile financial services. The TRM also described how outsourcing risks can be managed for a financial institute. To protect themselves from any liabilities, financial institutes should list out agreements with the vendors before a contract is signed. Once those are agreed on, financial institutes should monitor those policies on a regular basis to know if those agreements are adhered to. Under the Operational Infrastructure Security Management section, the TRM has also stated guidelines for data loss prevention. In general, financial institutes should have a comprehensive data loss prevention strategy to protect against internal sabotage, espionage, or attacks from trusted staff. Measures should also be in place to address data theft, data loss, and data leakage from endpoint user devices. In line with communications over encrypted channels, strong cryptography should also be used to encrypt data to be stored. And that was some of the points I had wanted to talk about in this video. The 3 points were only a small subset of the many guidelines the TRM has in place to help financial institutes tackle technology risk management. For more information, you can view the other videos created by my team members. Or you can go to MAS's website to read up on the TRM guidelines and notices. My name is Nestor and I thank you for watching this video.